What's up, guys? It's Nate over at Next Gen Diesel, and today we're going to be talking about the Bulletproof 68 kit for your 68 RFE and what it can do for you and why everyone with a 68 RFE should be running this kit. So stay tuned, and we're going to talk to you about it right now. Alright, so without further ado, long story short, I think everyone with a 68 RFE knows this already. Your valve body fucking sucks. And Next Gen is here to produce a solution for that. So we've noticed that on the market, there's a lot of different kits that address valve body issues that you can do yourself. We're not going to name anybody, we want to be on good terms with everyone, but we did feel like there's a lot of things that we could do better. And a lot of the kits in the marketplace right now only consist of a separator plate, maybe some valve body decay seals. They really don't do a whole lot that addresses all of the issues inside the unit. In fact, the biggest issues in the 68 RFE valve bodies is not only the separator plate. Your accumulator pistons, your solenoid switch valve, your accumulator backing plate, these are all plausible and substantial concerns that really need to be addressed for you to have good longevity and driving behavior in your 68 RFE. So we include all of those things in our DIY kit. It's the only kit on the market right now that consists of a solution for all of these problematic components. So we're going to start off by talking about the accumulator backing plate. The factory accumulator backing plate is, as you may have seen in previous videos, you may have experienced yourself, it's pretty weak. It seems to be kind of a stamped material. It sucks. It's not really good at anything. And to tell you the truth, these things have to put up with pistons getting shoved back at upwards of 250 pounds of pressure in some cases. This is not going to hold 250 pounds of pressure. So with this kit, we include our accumulator backing plate. It's made out of a raw steel. It's a water jet cut steel. This is actually the thickest accumulator backing plate on the market, and we've never ever witnessed a failure with this product. And we've ran in hundreds of different valve bodies and transmissions. We've never witnessed a failure. There are a couple of options on the market for this. There are some that allow you to drill additional holes and things of that nature. Honestly, I don't think that's a bad idea, but we've tried everything, and we believe that this is the best way to rock and roll. We do allow you to drill an additional hole up here. This is the most successful plate that we have used, and so we're proud to use it in all of our valve bodies and transmissions. So that's where we start out. Beyond that, your accumulator pistons are probably, in my opinion, arguably the biggest problem in this unit. And other kits on the market right now are not producing solutions for that. So the factory accumulator piston is made of plastic. The purpose of an accumulator piston is to be kind of like a shock absorber for a gear shift. So there's a spring that sits behind the accumulator piston, and when a clutch pack comes on, oil hits the accumulator piston and it travels back against spring pressure and helps regulate that driving experience so that we don't have aggressive shifts. Now, there's a couple of common issues here. One common issue is that sometimes this piston will bottom out against the backing plate before the shift is completed, and that gives you a hard thud into that gear. A couple of other common issues is that they're just simply tremendously leaky and they're not very good at doing their job. So if you ever experience symptoms where you get kind of a clunky, aggressive gear shift, aggressive downshifts, or you're slowing down and you get kind of a clunk coming to stops, that's generally something that the accumulator pistons have been the culprit of. So what we like to include in our new kits is this style of billet accumulator piston. It's precision machined out of an aluminum material and then anodized. And it comes with 3 different seals as opposed to 2, helping it regulate fluid pressure better. But in addition, accumulator pistons are designed to leak. It's actually part of their job. They're designed to bypass certain quantities of fluid. These accumulator pistons come with a custom relief circuit that's designed to better meter and regulate fluid flow during these gear shifts to produce superior shift quality outside of your 68 RFE. So we like to include these to produce that sort of behavior. This piston is very easy to install and will produce a tremendous difference to your driving dynamics and the longevity of your 68 RFE. This is a difference you're going to feel. We're very proud to include this in these kits. Additionally, we'd like to talk about the solenoid switch valve. This is probably the most under-addressed complication in the 68 RFE valve body. In the 68 RFE, a very common failure is loss of overdrive, and if you have a 68 RFE, you've probably already had this failure or you're about to. So call this phone number. But a really common issue is that the solenoid switch valve will fail in one of a couple of different ways. One is that the end plugs, because there are 3 end plugs and then a long switch valve, the end plugs will cause tremendous amounts of bore wear inside the valve body, especially on the 07.5 to 2010 trucks. Because you don't have an anodized upper casting, the metal is a little bit softer, and it tends to wear a little bit faster than those later 11 through 18 trucks do. A common issue is that these end plugs will then get stuck in cocked positions that prevent oil circuits from properly opening and closing. This is when you get the P0871 condition. The overwhelming majority of P0871 codes are an indicator that your solenoid switch valve end plugs uniquely are leaking tremendously. This code comes on when your cross leakage is so substantial into or out of the overdrive circuit that it actually engages the pressure solenoid at 15 psi or more, which the TCM reads as an invalid command. It reads this as I'm not commanding my pressure solenoid for overdrive to be on, but it is. And basically that is an indicator that you're dragging those overdrive clutches, that you're losing apply pressure during that 3 to 4 upshift when overdrive comes on for the first time. So there are a couple of different complications in place that produce these symptoms. Nonetheless, the best thing that you can do simply is either machine out that area and install a completely different valve altogether. There are steel ground, magnesium valves on the market, all types of different options. Something that's easier that does not necessitate reaming the valve body is installing end plugs. These end plugs have a special stud in the middle that prevent them from getting stuck in weird cocked positions. They stay perfectly axially supported, and being as they're just slightly oversized, this enables us to repair a lot of that valve wear and potential cross leakage issue while keeping quality axial support to those end plugs when they're being used. So this is definitely a substantial upgrade that's going to prevent overdrive complications down the road and tremendously improve the hydrodynamic efficiency of the valve body, uniquely when it's attempting to use the overdriven gears and fourth gear. So beyond that, we'd like to talk about our valve body decay seals real quick. This is a very, very simple part. There's really not a whole lot special to it. These are the seals that connect 2C, 4C, and low reverse to their respective drums and center support. And these just seem to be problematic. They tend to leak. We install some new ones, or excuse me, we include new ones for you to install. So really simple way to prevent some leakage in the future and ensure longevity in your application. So the last point that we want to talk about is the separator plate for your 68 RFE. Now, something that we made clear in the beginning of our video is that the 68 RFE separator plate is by no means the only thing that goes wrong, but it is something that does go wrong. And so we have a solution in place for that. This is the factory separator plate. It's very thin. It's a pretty inferior design. Frankly, it seems like it might just be kind of a stamped metal. I really don't know a whole lot about this plate. All I know is it's a piece of shit and I have no interest in putting it in any of my products. So this is fucking trash and you will never see it in anything that we sell. What we do use instead is this bonded separator plate. This bonded separator plate has some slight modifications to the oil circuitry that enhance and improve shift quality, but in addition, it's substantially thicker, and in addition, it has a bonding paper to both sides. So a lot of the separator plates that you'll see on the market, they have bonding that you have to put on yourselves, or they only have bonding on one side. We don't really agree with any of that. We think the best thing you can do is just have a thicker, completely bonded plate. As a result, that's what we sell with our products. So with the DIY kit, we include this plate for you. Something that's also really nice about this plate is that it can be operated at over 225 pounds of line pressure. So a common question for you guys is, does this kit require TCM tuning? And the simple answer is no, but you can run it with TCM tuning. So we designed this kit so that there are two different ways of installing it. One is consistent with having 225 pounds or more of line pressure, and one is consistent with having factory line pressure. So whether you have TCM tuning or not, whether you're at 165 PSI, somewhere in the middle, 225, 250, you can configure this kit easily in any way to fit your needs and be consistent with what you're attempting to do with your vehicle. So now that gives you a good overview of what comes with this kit. Now let's tell you why you should run this kit. Some differences you're going to notice immediately is that your shifting is going to be dramatically enhanced. You're going to have some tight, beautiful, consistent shifts that are very, very desirable. Beyond that, your longevity will be dramatically improved because you're resolving the dreaded solenoid switch valve issue and you're resolving the piston issue that both contribute to premature failure of the transmission. You're going to notice a pretty huge difference to your driving dynamics and your longevity, and that's just a win-win. Now, something really cool that we want to do for our customers is, let's say down the road you decide to run one of our transmission's valve bodies or just a transmission as a whole. We will credit all $300, $295 of this kit to whatever valve body or transmission you decide to run, allowing us to build that for you because you already have some of these parts in place. So let's say down the road you want to run our Formula One valve body, which is $1,500, and you already have the DIY kit. You can send that in and we'll actually convert you to the F1 for the difference in cost, which is $1,200. So this is definitely a kit that anybody should be running. This resolves all of the immediate complications with the 68 RFE. It's very easy to install yourself, and this is something that can be done in about 30 minutes in your driveway, excluding the R&R of the valve body. Your bench time to install this product, we usually say 1 hour, but I can do it in 15 minutes drunk. So you do it enough times to get very good at it. So this is a very easy kit to install that produces big results. And we're very proud to offer this product to you guys. So if you have any questions, please feel free to call us at 1-833-FUCK-GAS. And beyond that, we're going to drop a link in the description of this video to help you navigate to this product if you're looking to run one yourself. So we have these in stock at any given time. We have configurations available for the 07.5 to 10 guys and the 2011 and up guys. So feel free to reach out to us today and let's get one in your truck. See you at the finish line. Bonus! Every Friday we do Free Shit Friday, where we give a $500 gift card to one of you guys for sharing our Free Shit Friday video. This is something that allows us to directly engage with our community and keep you guys updated on our products and what's up here at Next Gen. So just remember, you win that Free Shit Friday, you can get this whole fucking kit for free and have $200 left over. This is a really affordable kit, and this is definitely something you guys should be running in your 68 RFEs. So we really appreciate your time, and we look forward to hearing from you.